I yawn as I blink my eyes open. Long weekend is finally over and it's back to school again today. After throwing off my blankets, I roll out of bed and get ready for the day. When I go downstairs, the kitchen is empty. The girls must have already left. Grab a roll, shove it in my mouth as I gather the rest of my stuff. Once I'm done eating, I sling my bag over my shoulder and head out of the house. Cool air makes me shiver, although the sun is still deceptively bright. I'm grateful to have had my last few days of warmth before the cold set in. Soon I pass through the school gates and cut across the courtyard. I spot a head of dark hair and smile to see Kira standing beside a tree. Hey.
Hi.
Were you waiting for me? She nods, blushing slightly.
I hope you don't mind.
My grin broadens. Of course not. Together we walk into the building and find our classroom, then we take our seats next to Erlen. I blink, that's strange. Where's Mina? Erlen looks equally confused.
She left before the both of us this morning.
Maybe she's still with her club?
I glance around the classroom and notice a few other swimmers already in their seats. I don't think so. Looks like her club's already over, and class is gonna start soon.
Kosei isn't here either.
Yes, but he's always late.
Yeah, but this late? That's kinda pretty close, even for him. Erlen smirks.
They must be having so much fun together that they've forgotten the time.
Before I can reply, Mina and Kosei both burst through the doors and hurry to their desks. They plop into their seats, panting hard as if they'd just been running. I catch Erlen's gaze and she raises an amused brow. Kira remains silent and tries to hide a giggle with her hand.
Oh my gosh, has class started yet?
It ended. Where were you guys?
Not yet.
Kosei slumps onto his desk.
Can't breathe. So tired.
Well, there you have it, folks. Cracks in the wall. And where were you two?
We weren't together.
Okay, but that's not what I asked. Mina's ears turn bright red.
Oh, right. I was at my club.
Yeah, I was at my club too.
Right. I stare at the two of them. They aren't fooling anyone, but there are only so many times I can say the same thing over and over again. I fold my arms across my chest. Sure. They look guilty, but are luckily interrupted by Miss Sato entering the classroom.
Oh, thank goodness.
I hear Mina mutter under her breath as her teacher stands at the front of the room.
Good morning, class. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday with your families. And I hope that means you're now ready to return to the lesson.
There's a mixture of responses from the room. Miss Sato chuckles as she opens her textbook.
Well, you all sound well rested at least. Let's get started then. Please turn to page 78.
As we all crack open our books, Miss Sato begins the lesson. I try my best to focus as we go through all the material. By the time the lunch bell rings, I am grateful to have a break. That was a lot of stuff we learned. The classroom breaks into chatter as everyone gathers with their friends and pulls out their lunches. It's feeling kinda crowded in here, isn't it? It's getting loud and hard to hear.
Yeah, a little bit. Want to eat in the courtyard? It's not that cold out.
Sure. The girls nod. We all grab our lunches and leave the classroom. When we reach the courtyard, we find a nice grassy and secluded spot to settle down. As I sit down, Kira sits beside me and unpacks her lunch. She struggles to open a jar, so with a gentle chuckle, I reach over and help her. The lid easily pops open as soon as I turn it, and Kira accepts the jar with a smile. Kosei looks back and forth between us.
You two seem extra comfortable with each other today. Did something happen while you were alone at the beach house?
Aliens arrived. He waggles his eyebrows suggestively, wearing a joking grin. Huh? Where'd that come from?
I mean, you didn't even ask Kira if she needed help. And she seemed totally unfazed by it.
Oh. Seems like the cat's out of the bag anyway, so we may as well tell everyone what's going on. I glance at Kira and she nods. Actually, yeah, Kira and I are together now. Mina sits up, nearly spitting out her drink.
Wait, seriously?
She looks at Kira for confirmation. With a smile, Kira nods.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting!
I knew it! Dude, that's amazing!
Erlen smiles.
Congratulations to you both.
Thank you, Erlen.
Thanks, guys. Mina scoots closer and lightly hits my arm.
I can't believe you got a girlfriend and didn't even tell me.
There just wasn't a good time for it. First we had to celebrate Family Day, and then you ran off right afterwards. Mina blushes and scrambles back to her spot.
Oh, right.
Kosei slings an arm around me.
So, my dude, how's it feel to be a taken man?
She's there. I wouldn't change it for the world. I feel complete, like I found my missing puzzle piece. Honestly, it feels perfect. I couldn't be happier. Kosei breaks into a huge grin.
Look at you, you big softy. This isn't even the half of it.
Oh yeah? How do you know?
He
freezes.
It's just common knowledge.
Is it? I've never heard that before. Have you guys? I turn to the girls. Kira and Erilyn shake their heads.
Nope.
Neither have I.
I have. Yep, definitely. It's totally a thing.
Ah, how very curious that the only two people who've heard of this are the very same two people who keep mysteriously disappearing together. Mina and Kosei share an awkward look. Finally, Kosei sighs.
All right. My man here's already figured it out. But Mina and I are in a relationship too.
Erilyn and Kira both smile.
Finally, the charade can end.
We're happy for you.
Kosei and Mina blink.
And it seems like you guys figured it out too.
What? How did you already know?
Well, you weren't exactly being subtle.
Then how come you didn't say anything?
We were waiting for you to tell us.
Yes, and now that you have, we can tell you that we're excited for you both.
Really?
Of course.
Mina sighs deeply.
That makes me feel so much better.
Why are you two so nervous to tell us anyway?
I don't know. We didn't want to make things weird or make you guys feel uncomfortable.
Something weird new normal.
Yeah, we've got a good dynamic here, and we didn't want to jeopardize that.
But now I see that we were being really silly and we had nothing to worry about.
Well, it was really you being silly because I knew they wouldn't care all along.
Mina glares at Kosei.
It was your idea to keep it a secret.
No, you said it was better to wait, and I went along to keep you happy.
That's not true.
As the two of them bicker back and forth, I smile. Those two have a special kind of relationship. I'm glad they found happiness together, but it's nice to know that some things will never change. Eventually, they calm down and laugh it off. We continue to eat and chat until the lunch period is over. Then we clean up and hurry back to the classroom to resume our lessons. The rest of our lessons go by smoothly. We finish up classes and soon enough, the school day is over. As the bell rings, the class is abuzz with movement while everyone packs up their things. I've got some free time before my shift at the bakery this evening. I catch Kira as she places a notebook in her bag. Hey, wanna hang out today? She nods.
I have a quick meeting with the president of the art club right now, but I'll be free afterwards.
Sounds good. Feel like doing anything in particular? She shakes her head.
I'm happy to do whatever.
I grin. Alright, I'll think about it and let you know. She smiles and then heads out. I don't see Erilyn or Mina. They must both be busy. Shouldering my bag, I hurry out of the classroom and begin the walk home alone. The entire time my mind is lost in thought. What sort of date should I plan for Kira? When I reach my house, I kick off my shoes and hurry into my room. What would Kira do in a situation like this? Something Death Note? I know. When in doubt, turn to the romantic comedies. I scan through a couple of films till I find the perfect date, a picnic. With my mind made up, I rush downstairs to make preparations. I throw together a couple of sandwiches and cut up some fresh fruit for us, then I box them up in pretty packaging. Afterwards, I grin at my handiwork. Everything looks great. My phone buzzes and I receive a text from Kira stating that she's done. Perfect timing. I text her back to meet in the park and to bring her appetite. She agrees. After getting ready, I carefully pack up the food and grab a blanket. Then I leave the house. It's a quick walk to the park and I arrive at the same time as Kira. She offers me a smile.
Hi.
Hey, glad you can make it. You find a spot and sit down. I spread out the blanket and carefully lay out the food.
You packed a picnic for us?
Yeah, I want to do something special for you. She grins.
That's very romantic. Did you make everything yourself?
No, I didn't make the bread, and I guess the ingredients were kind of made by the Earth, which were in turn made by the universe, but it's getting a little pedantic, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you like it. I pass her the box with her food, and her eyes widen at the packaging.
Wow, it looks so fancy.
Gently, she opens the box and then pauses. Guess it doesn't look fancy anymore.
Oh,
I look inside. The sandwich got kind of smushed, and the filling spills out of the sides. The fruit is also roughly chopped. Some are huge, and some are really small. So tempting. Me being eternally sarcastic wants to go with this one, but we're trying to be romantic. My heart sinks and my cheeks heat up in embarrassment. Sorry, I'm not exactly the best cook. You don't have to eat it if you don't want to. I'm about to take it away from her when Kira pulls the box out of my reach.
I want to.
I unwrap my sandwich and take a bite, then I let out a sigh of relief. At least it tastes good. That's what's important. Kira takes a dainty bite of the sandwich and grins. Is it good? She nods.
It's the best I've ever had.
I blink. It's good, but it's not that good. Thanks, but you don't have to say that just to spare my feelings. She shakes her head.
I mean it. It's amazing. Not just because of the taste, but because you made it for me.
My heart warms as Kira takes another bite. I've got something else that's just for you. She blinks. Gently, I peck her on the cheek. She smiles, her face dusting pink, and then she kisses me back.
It was too good not to share.
I wrap my arms around Kira and I'm about to pull her close when someone shouts at us.
Perfect!
Huh? Kira and I jump apart. We see a man in a sweatshirt and paint-splattered frock. A paintbrush is tucked behind his ear, sticking out of his brown hair. He looks at us with bright blue eyes and grins broadly.
Don't move!
Who are you? He sets up his paints as he speaks.
My name is Ivar Berkman, and I have finally found my inspiration. The perfect contrast of essence. Please, allow me the honor to immortalize this moment upon the canvas.
You want to paint us? He nods and squints, holding his fingers as if capturing a picture. We're kind of in the middle of something, but Kira does like art. I glance at her. What do you think? She nods.
I'm curious to see what he'd paint.
Okay then.
Excellent! Now please, hold still.
Kira and I remain motionless as Ivar's brush flies across the canvas. I try not to shift under his piercing gaze. The way that he confidently moves the brush encourages me. This guy looks like he knows what he's doing, so I'm looking forward to seeing how the painting turns out. I sneak a glance at Kira. If she feels excited about the painting, she doesn't show it. Eventually, Ivar steps back, smiling from ear to ear.
Wonderful! Just a true masterpiece! I've outdone myself yet again.
Is it complete?
Yes, yes! Behold!
He flips the paint around, revealing a beautiful, realistic portrait of Kira. He painted her in a soft light, enhancing the delicateness of her features and enshrouding her with a gentle glow. She looks ethereal and angelic. Kira lets out a soft gasp.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Of course it is! I demand perfection.
Feeling excited, I shift closer to see what my portrait looks like. My smile drops immediately. Whereas Kira was beautiful, he drew me as some sort of dark goblin creature. It was me, but with all my imperfections exaggerated and highlighted. What the heck, man? That's not what I look like. He looks at the painting, then looks back at me.
On the contrary, I captured your inner essence perfectly.
My blood is boiling, and my hands ball into fists. Ivar laughs and quickly scampers away before I can respond. Not cool. Suddenly, Kira's in my arms. She presses her body against me, resting her head on my chest.
I still think it's beautiful.
How? I look like a monster. She shakes her head.
Beauty is subjective.
That's a lot easier to say when you're depicted as gorgeous.
It's the balance between light and dark. Each side has their own strengths and weaknesses, but neither can exist without the other. Without you or without me, this picture would be incomplete.
Gently, Kira lifts her head and looks up at me.
Through his own lens, Ivar saw that we belonged together.
Trying to be romantic, not realistic or sarcastic. I like that interpretation. I pause, mulling over Kira's words. You know what? I like that interpretation a lot more than my own. It's a good thing I have you here to give me some perspective. She smiles softly.
The light balancing the dark.
Yeah, exactly. I see it now. Somehow Kira's gentle warmth cools down my anger. I take a deep breath and let go of all my negativity. Once I seem calmer, she slowly pulls away and glances back at the painting.
Beyond all of the symbolism, do you know what I see?
I blink as she glances at me, studying my face. Then she smiles.
A good boyfriend.
I match her smile and kiss her gently. We enjoy the rest of our picnic without any more interruptions. At some point, that Ivergram has collected his things that's nowhere to be seen. Good riddance. Hand in hand, we exit the park. I walk Kira back home, enjoying just being close to her. She turns to me when we reach her house.
I had a really nice time.
I always have a good time with you.
Me too.
She blinks and blushes.
I mean, with you.
I chuckle. I know.
I'll see you tomorrow then?
Yeah. Kira quickly kisses me goodbye before returning to her house. With the thought of Kira on my mind, I walk home in a happy daze. By the time I reach the house, I've forgotten all about the painting incident. Once I'm home, I kick off my shoes and go back to my room. I decide to get a head start on my homework while it's still quiet in the house. My concentration is strong and I finish everything up just in time for the shift at the bakery. Shine my books, I get ready to go. As I head downstairs, I spot Erin gathering her things. Mina isn't scheduled to work today, so it'll just be the two of us along with my aunt and uncle. Ready to go? Erin nods. We slip on our shoes and then exit the house. There's a slight chill in the air, but otherwise the walk is pleasant. Erin shudders from the breeze. Soon we arrive. Aunt Emiko greets us behind the counter.
Oh, good. You two made it.
She places the last couple of items on the shelves. There are a few customers seated at the tables, quietly sipping their drinks and enjoying their pastries.
Now that you're here, I'll go back and help Hajime in the kitchen.
Okay, we've got it from here.
Yes, leave it to us.
Aunt Emiko smiles before slipping into the kitchen. Erin takes her place behind the counter and assists the customers in line. As they leave, I wipe down the tables and tidy up the space. The brief repose we had is quickly replaced with a busy streak. We are kept on our toes, fulfilling customer requests, all the while keeping a smile on our faces. Once it settles down, Erin and I lean on the counter to take a breather. An elderly man sits at a table holding a coffee with unsteady hands, and a young girl browses the stacks of bread. Otherwise, the store is momentarily empty. That emptiness doesn't last long. The bell dings above the door, announcing a familiar face. Hi, Daisuke.
Hello.
Hey,
He walks up to us with a smile. I didn't expect to see you here.
I ran into Mina at school. She said you two were working, so I thought I'd stop by.
He looks around.
I'm sorry I haven't come by sooner. Everything here looks delicious.
Well, let's try to sell him the most expensive thing we have. Thanks, you can't go wrong with anything here, but if you like recommendations, I'm happy to share some customer favorites.
I might take you up on that. So, did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, it was fun.
The beach was beautiful.
Glad to hear it.
How did your investigation go?
Well,
Before we can answer, the little girl hesitantly approaches the counter holding 2 loaves of bread in her hands.
Hello.
I'll let you get back to work. We can talk in a bit.
Daisuke wanders the shelves while Erin flashes the girl a warm smile. She motions for her to come forward.
Hi there. Are you ready to check out?
Yeah.
She grins broadly and nods, bouncing the bright pink bow in her hair. She stands on her toes to reach the counter.
These are excellent choices. I like both of those breads.
Me too. Well, Mommy likes that one,
She points to the plain loaf of milk bread.
but I like this one.
Grinning sheepishly, she points to the rich custard bread. Erin winks.
I like that one more too.
As she rings her up, the girl carefully counts out coins in her hand.
Thank you.
Erin checks the money and furrows her brows.
Oops. It seems you're just a little short on change.
But that's all that Mommy gave me.
You don't have another coin?
She sadly shakes her head and looks down. Then she reluctantly points to the custard bread.
If I put this one back, then will it be enough?
Erin nods. The girl's face pitches into a crestfallen pout as she looks between the bread she needs and the one she wants.
Okay, then I will just buy the big bread. Mommy will be sad if I don't.
My heart yearns for her as she reaches for the second pastry, but Erin stops her. She flashes her a bright grin.
Lucky for you, you're our 100th customer, which means you win a free bread.
The girl's eyes widen and hope fills her voice.
Wow! Really? Can it be any bread?
Yep, any bread you want. Do you want the custard bread?
The girl flashes Erin a toothy grin.
Yes, please!
Erin finishes up the transaction and hands the girl her purchases. She is all smiles as she eagerly grabs it.
Thank you! Just wait until I tell Mommy.
After she runs off, I catch Erin grinning after her. She fishes out a few coins from her tip jar and uses it to balance the till. I didn't know we had a promo. Wow, when did we upload a 100th customer promotion? How convenient that it worked out for that kid.
Yes, it is quite convenient, isn't it? Perhaps a little too convenient?
I blink. Wait, did you make that up just to help out a kid? She giggles.
Now you get it.
How come?
It just seemed like a small thing that I could do to brighten up her day. And look how happy she was.
Yeah, she was thrilled. Erin continues to surprise me with her creativity and generosity. Our conversation is interrupted by a sharp shattering sound. The old man who is sitting at the table reaches for his cane and struggles to stand to his feet. His face is lined with distress. Broken porcelain and brown coffee litters the floor. Aunt Emiko pokes her head out of the kitchen, but I assure her that everything's okay. Then I jump into action and look for the broom and bin. Erin normally shies away from some of the messier duties, but to my surprise she is already beside the elderly gentleman.
Are you hurt at all?
I'm fine.
His face reds in embarrassment as he takes in the damage.
I'm so sorry, miss. These clumsy fingers just aren't what they used to be. I didn't mean to make a mess.
Please don't worry about that. Would you like another coffee?
No. I think I've had enough.
Yep, look at him jitter there. Erin picks up some of the larger shards until I bring her the broom. Together we soothe the old man and clean up the mess. He's very apologetic and clearly flustered. Erin remains patient throughout the whole ordeal. She allows him to lean on her when he's ready to leave. I'm impressed by how smoothly she handled both situations today. She's very different from when she first started working here and has grown for the better. After everything settles down, Daisuke comes up to the counter carrying a loaf of bread.
Is it always so exciting around here?
This is one of the tamer days. Must have caught us on a good day.
It seems like it.
Sorry you were interrupted earlier.
Yes. What were you saying about your investigation?
Oh, it's no problem. I'm still working on the investigation, but I think we're about to have a breakthrough.
Oh?
She raises a brow, clearly intrigued. I'm curious too. After so many dead ends, this is major news.
How can you be sure? What did you find?
It's just a feeling based on my observations, but I don't have any concrete answers to share yet.
I see.
Erin can't hide her confusion, and neither can I. He must have learned something if he feels so close to a breakthrough, but if that's the case, then why is there nothing he can share?
I better get going, but I can't go without at least trying something from here.
Thanks, man. Hope you enjoy it. We ring up his purchase and hand it to him in a little bag. As Daisuke reaches the door, he looks back at us.
I promise, we'll talk again really soon.
Then he disappears out of the bakery. Once he's out of sight, Erin sighs heavily.
What a strange encounter.
Yeah, did Daisuke really come all the way here just to tell us that he might have more information to tell us later?
That is the impression that I got.
Maybe he came for the bread. Can't wrap my head around it. None of this makes sense. It's possible he really did just come here to try the bread. Erin looks skeptical.
Perhaps, but I have a feeling he's purposely withholding information from us. I just don't know why.
What a conundrum. Guess we have no choice but to wait until Daisuke is ready to tell us whatever it is he wants to tell us.
If I must wait, then I at least hope we aren't waiting long.
Same here. The rest of our shift is much quieter and passes by without any more hiccups. Erin and I help close up and then head back to the house. The night air is much cooler now that the sun is set, and the chill in the air hurries our footsteps. Once we're home, Erin returns to her room and I return to mine. With my homework out of the way, I relax for the remainder of the evening. When my eyes begin to droop, I get ready for bed and slip under the covers. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I am fast asleep. I wake up the next morning feeling slightly groggy. The scene from yesterday still plays in my head. Makes no sense. I wonder if maybe Daisuke wanted to talk to Erin in private. Rub my eyes and shake my head free from these thoughts. Probably overthinking this. As I jump out of bed, I begin my morning routine. Afterwards, I head downstairs. Neither Mina nor Erin are around, which isn't a surprise. They're usually up early for their clubs. I grab some bread from the counter and then exit the house. I take my time leisurely walking to school. The weather is nice and it's a pleasant journey. Soon I cross through the school gates and into the building. As soon as I do, the warning bell rings. Oh no, I must miscalculate the time. I sprint into the classroom and slide into my seat a fraction of a second before Misato arrives. I nod to my friends who nod back, but Mina shakes her head, shooting me a disappointed look.
Good morning, class. I hope everyone is doing well. We have quite a bit to cover today, so please take out your textbooks and turn to page 144.
We open our books as Miss Sato begins the lesson. I stand my book shut as soon as the bell rings, then I throw my arms overhead into a stretch. Finally, lunchtime.
My man, what's going on? You're almost late today.
Mina frowns.
Isn't it obvious? Any day I have a morning club meet, he just sleeps in.
Wait, club meet? Club meet!
Kosei darts out of his chair and books it out of the room, leaving the rest of us blinking in his newly opened seat. Guess he's late for something.
Why are all the men in my life so useless?
You have bad taste in men. Mina puffs out a defeated sigh. She grabs the duffel Kosei left at his desk, which contains all of his soccer gear.
He won't be able to do much without his stuff. I guess I should bring this to him.
Just toss it out the window, he'll catch it as he runs by outside. Trying to remember what I said last time, probably that one. I'm gonna go with the one I want to do. Hey, less work for me. Better you than me. Mina nods.
See you later, cuz.
She dashes away with Kosei's bag in hand. Well, that happened. As I pull out my lunch, I hear a familiar voice.
Hey,
Oh, hi, Kira. Want to eat lunch together? She nods and offers me a shy smile as she sits. I know she's carrying 2 lunches today. She must be extra hungry. He actually does say that. You must be hungry. She shakes her head and then pushes one of the bentos towards me.
I made this for you.
Really? Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
I wanted to. Especially after you went through all of that effort yesterday to make me such a nice picnic.
She opens the bento to reveal a neatly portioned mixture of rice, meat, and vegetables. Looks so cute and fancy. She must have spent a lot of time on it. This looks incredible.
Thanks. I hope you like it.
The smell makes my mouth water. I'm so excited to try it. I'm sure I will. I bet you're a master chef since you live on your own and have to cook your own meals. She giggles.
Actually, I don't cook that often.
What? Really? Kira shakes her head. Then what do you typically eat?
I pick something up or order food. I just find that cooking for one is a lot of work.
I understand, but at least now you got someone who'll eat it with you. She nods. Gripping her chopstick, she dips into the bento and offers the food to me with a shy smile.
Say,
Don't ask questions, go with it. I grin. Can this day get any better? She plops the roll into my mouth and smiles. The flavor doesn't pop in the way that I expected. In fact, the food is kind of bland.
what do you think?
Look at that distraction over there. I appreciate the gesture. I love it. My girlfriend cooking and feeding me can't ever be bad. Kira giggles but shakes her head.
I meant the food. You can be honest.
I hesitate. It's decent enough, and I'm sure as you continue to practice it'll get even better. Kira smiles. I was about to say, whatever it is, can't be worse than Mina's. Since that's out of the way, I lean over once more. Kira is taken aback.
You want more?
I nod. She blushes a soft smile and grows on her lips.
Are you pretending to be the protagonist in a rom-com who'll eat the food despite it being bad just to impress the girl?
I smirk. That depends. Is she impressed? Kira smiles warmly.
Yes, but she was already more than impressed by him even before the scene came up.
Even better. I open my mouth again. Ah. Her smile grows, she slips another roll into my mouth, and I savor the morsel. Her food gets better and better with each bite, probably because it's being fed to me with love. Soon the bell rings and lunch is over. After cleaning up, we return to our seats and begin the second half of the school day. The rest of the day flies by, and soon enough, classes are finished. As soon as the bell rings, everyone scatters from their desks. I pack up my stuff and sling my bag over my shoulder. My friends have all dispersed to their various activities, so I begin the walk home alone. So we don't have any more clubs or anything? The weather is pleasant and I take my time enjoying the mild air. After a while, I spot my house in the distance. Once I'm home, I head straight to my room. I take a while to relax and decompress from the school day. Then I decide to get a head start on my homework. Before long, I'm in the zone. Suddenly, the buzz of my phone interrupts me. I check and see that it's Mina on the line. I wonder what she wants. Hello?
Hey, cousin, let's go bowling.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Yay, I was hoping you'd say that. Meet us at the bowling alley.
Us?
Yeah, everyone else already confirmed and will be here soon, so hurry up.
Wow, you asked me last?
Only because I knew you wouldn't need to be convinced.
I can't tell if that's good or bad.
It's good. It means I can always count on you. Anyway, see you soon.
She hangs up before I can respond. Okay, then I guess I better get going. I grab my stuff and head downstairs, then I pull on my shoes and head out the door. The walk is pleasant and the bowling alley isn't too far away. It's been a long time since I last played. Hope my skills aren't too rusty. When I arrive, my friends have just settled into a lane. I wave hello and then go to the counter to borrow some shoes. Once I'm situated, I join my friends. Hey guys.
Hey, cuz. You made it just in time.
Yeah, just in time to watch me dominate.
Uh-huh. We'll see about that.
Kira and Erlen both fiddle with their shoes. Are you too excited to bowl?
Yes, but it's been a while.
Don't worry, Kira. I'm sure you'll do great.
Kira smiles in return, but still looks nervous. Erlen frowns down at her shoes.
I've never tried this bowling before, but is this ghastly attire really necessary?
Yeah, it'll make or break how well you bowl.
She raises a brow.
Oh? How so?
It gives you the perfect slide when you swing.
Kosei swings his arm to demonstrate. Erlen looks back at her shoes, lifting her foot to inspect the soles.
Here, I'm gonna trust you with my super secret technique. As long as you do exactly what I do, you're guaranteed to hit every single pin.
This piques Erlen's interest and her face lights up in curiosity.
Oh? Is that so?
Absolutely!
Mina snickers.
Oh, please. As if you know anything about bowling.
I'll have you know that I am a master bowler.
Alright, prove it. You're up first.
Kosei flashes Mina a lopsided grin as he reaches for a bowling ball.
Watch and learn, ladies.
Pinching his face in concentration, Kosei holds the ball between his hands. He takes one step, then another, and on the third he slides forward, ducking low and swings the ball into the lane. We watch with bated breath as the ball knocks down 8 pins.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, he hit most of them. Mina nods in appreciation.
Not bad. But not a strike.
I was just warming up. Just watch, this second time, I'll knock the rest down and get a spare.
Once the fallen pins are cleared away, Kosei gears up his swing and lets the ball roll once more. He hits one, but the other is too far away and remains standing.
That was not the complete demolition you promised. Are you certain your technique was correct?
Of course it is. Sometimes it takes a couple of rounds to warm up and get going. Trust me, the next time I go, it'll be strikes all around. Right, my dude?
Kosei turns to me, smiling brightly. I don't know. I shrug. Could be.
You don't sound very convinced.
Never paid attention to whether it was correct or not. I just do whatever comes naturally and it gets the job done.
That's interesting. Why don't you show me what you do?
Okay. I lift up the bowling ball and wait for the pins to reset. As soon as the lane is clear, I let my instincts take over. I step forward 3 times, then casually swing the ball forward. It veers towards the left, but knocks down about 3 pins before dropping into the gutter.
I have to say, my man, that was not the most convincing roll.
Yeah, that could have been more better. Kira offers me an encouraging smile.
That's okay. You'll get it next time.
Thanks. I take my second roll and knock down more pins, but I didn't get a spare either. Erlen doesn't seem convinced.
After watching the two of you, I don't feel any more prepared to take my turn.
Don't worry, Erlen. I've got your back. Just watch and learn.
Oh, this I gotta see.
Mina forgoes the balls already in place and chooses the lighter one. She lets it hang in front of her and waddles up towards the line. This already does not bode well.
Mina, please, you're embarrassing yourself.
Just watch and learn.
Kosei leans back in his seat and facepalms. Kira cocks her head to the side as if trying to decipher what Mina is doing, while Erlen watches attentively. Once Mina gets close, she squats down low and rolls the ball down the center of the line. I hold my breath as it crashes into the pins with a loud clatter. That's supposed to be a loud clatter. Every single one of them is knocked down. She breaks into a broad grin and then jumps up and down.
Oh my gosh, look, a strike! Did you guys see that?
Erlen nods and stands. She puts a hand on her hip and smiles.
Finally, someone who knows what they're doing. I knew I could count on you, Mina.
Of course, I wouldn't let you down.
Wow, that was amazing, Mina.
Thank you.
Kosei stares dumbfounded.
What? How is that even possible? That was totally just blind luck!
Mina crosses her arms.
Nope, that was a well-deserved strike and you know it.
No way! Your form was so bad it can't even be called a form!
Who cares? I got a strike!
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I think I'm still trying to process what happened. Never seen anyone bowl like that before, and somehow she still did better than Kosei and I. Ireland flicks back her hair and walks up to the lane.
Well, I do believe I'm prepared to take my turn now.
Which technique are you going to use?
The one which is clearly correct.
So, mine?
She raises a brow, then turns around and gently lifts the ball. She lets it drag in front of her as she sways her way up to the mouth of the lane. While Mina looked clumsy and awkward, Ireland somehow makes the whole thing look effortlessly graceful. She dips low and rolls the ball down the lane. We watch and wait as the ball once again wipes out all the pins. Kosei's mouth hangs open while Ireland claps her hands in glee.
Ooh, bowling is actually quite fun.
What?
Can't believe that worked a second time.
Yay, Erlen! You did it!
Yes, thank you so much for showing me the proper technique.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's not the proper technique at all!
But it's clearly effective.
Please. That was just beginner's luck. I bet you won't be able to do it again.
I suppose we'll find out upon my next turn.
Who's next?
I haven't gone yet.
Nice. Go ahead, Kira. She nods. Kira picks up the ball and hesitates, glancing between Kosei and Mina. Seems like she's trying to decide which way to bowl. Once decided, she steps forward 3 times, and then one clean glide, she swings the ball forward. Her form was impeccable, and I must admit that I'm impressed. However, the ball immediately drops into the gutter and disappears without hitting a single pin. Must have chose my strategy. Kira's lips come together into a small pout and her shoulders slump. It's okay. You'll get it next time.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us.
Don't worry, Kira. I know exactly how you can fix it. Just bowl the Mina way.
Indeed, I would highly recommend it.
Kira pauses, then nods.
I suppose I have nothing to lose by trying it.
That's the spirit!
Once again, Kira reaches for the ball. This time she drops it in her hands and lets it hang in front of her. Then she rocks forward. When Kira reaches the lane, she rolls the ball forward. Her push is a little too gentle and the ball rolls at a slow, steady pace. Worried when we make it to the end, but to my surprise it hits the pins at just the right angle and we're once again staring at an empty lane. Kira gasps and then wiggles in excitement.
It worked.
Heck yeah, it did! That was awesome!
Yes, that was an excellent turn.
It's probably still luck. Sure, it might have worked for 3 people, but that doesn't mean anything. If Mina's technique was actually correct, then professional bowlers would use it too. Still seems like luck to me. Mina shakes her head and sighs.
Some people are just so blind to what's in front of them.
Kosei finally snaps out of his bewildered stare.
What? Kira too?
He crosses his arms and narrows his eyes.
Alright, I need to try this out for myself.
Okay,
Mina grins and claps with glee while Kosei selects his ball. We all gather around and watch as he hangs the ball in front of him, waddling towards the lane. Somehow he looks like a crab with a limp. Once he reaches the lane, he hoists the ball forward, drops a thump and slowly rolls right into the gutter. We all stare in silent shock. Kosei's face is bright red as he stomps towards us.
I told you it was dumb luck!
Suddenly we hear shrill laughter behind us. Glancing up, I see a gaggle of girls with heavy makeup and high ponytails. They wear short skirts and crop tops that make no sense for bowling.
Oh my god, did you see that guy?
Yeah, totally. Like, how could you even miss him?
At first, Kosei perks up, his lopsided grin returns as he runs his hand through his hair.
I know. I mean, have you ever seen something so pathetic?
No, like, what even was that? Has he, like, never bowled in his life before?
I don't even know.
They burst into another loud fit of laughter while Kosei deflates. His blush crawls down his neck and he quickly turns away. Hey man, don't even listen to him.
They should look in the mirror if they want to see pathetic.
Yes, Kosei. Just ignore them.
He nods, but there's no conviction in it. Those girls are taking things too far. I know the method Kosei used is a bit strange, but that doesn't give them the right to belittle him like that. I turn around and I'm about to call them out when Mina stomps up to them.
Hey!
The girls blink down at Mina. She has her hands planted on her hips and her eyes glare daggers.
What is wrong with you people? Do you think it's okay to talk about others like that?
They stare blankly, clearly too stunned to speak.
What?
Oh my god, you're being so rude.
The only people being rude are you.
Mina steps forward, her hands balling into fists. The girls shrink back from their ferocity. Guess this is the first time anyone's called them out on their behavior.
You can't just go around insulting people.
She points to Kosei.
So what if he looked like a drunk crab while bowling? That doesn't give you the right to make fun of him. It doesn't matter that he's got all the grace of a baby horse, or hair like a sweaty chicken, or wears socks with sandals.
The last one's kind of pushing it. I'm just saying we're all thinking.
I think they get the idea.
She glances back at Kosei and offers a sheepish smile. Then she resumes glaring at the girls.
Either way, he's still a human being with feelings, and he deserves respect. Now you better apologize to him, and mean it.
For a moment, all the girls can do is stare in fear. Mina charged up to them like a tiny firecracker, popping through all their negativity.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, so sorry.
After babbling their apologies, the girls shoot Mina one last scared look before hurrying away.
I hope you learned your lesson.
Satisfied, Mina returns to the group and turns to Kosei, who still slumps into himself.
Don't let those girls get you down. It doesn't matter what they think or say.
Kosei remains quiet. After a moment, he finally lifts his head.
Do you really think my hair looks like a sweaty chicken?
Mina glances up at him and solemnly nods.
Absolutely.
Then she wraps him in a hug.
But you're my sweaty chicken.
Kosei blinks and then slowly relaxes. A small smile forms on his lips as he hugs her back.
Thanks, I think.
Group hug! I want to feel the love too. I wrap my arms around the two of them. I love you guys.
Cuz, what are you doing?
Raining on your parade.
I love you too, man.
Kosei!
What? He's my best bro. Bros need love too.
Mina wriggles free from the hug.
Okay, I think it's time to keep going before this turns into something more than we can handle.
Yeah, you're right.
Kosei pulls away, but not for giving me one last squeeze.
Now you can try my technique again.
Yeah. After that whole debacle, I'll leave the Mina method to Mina.
We laugh, releasing any remaining tension. After a few rounds, it starts to get late, so we end for the night. Mina and Erlen both tied for first, much to Kosei's dismay. We return the shoes and say our goodbyes to our friends. Afterwards, Erlen, Mina, and I begin the walk home. It's been a fun but long night, and I am feeling exhausted. With the sun to warm the air, I shiver from the cold breeze biting my skin.
That was so much fun!
Are you talking about bullying or almost making those girls cry?
What? They weren't going to cry.
I don't know, you got pretty fired up back there.
Well, maybe now they'll think twice before insulting people.
They'll probably think 3 times before doing it. You were really fierce.
I think it's sweet that Mina came to defend her boyfriend's honor.
That's not why I did it. I do the same for any of you.
That's okay, I don't need to be called sweaty chicken. Even in the dark, I can see the blush crawling up Mina's face.
Okay, maybe that wasn't my finest moment.
That's up for debate. Erlen and I giggle.
Well, your delivery was certainly unconventional. We could all see how much you cared. I'm sure Kosei appreciated that.
Thanks, Erlen.
Soon we reach the house. After taking off my shoes, I stifle a yawn. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna call it a night.
Me too. Good night.
Good night.
We head upstairs and then disperse into our respective rooms. I finish up what little homework I have left and then prepare for bed. It's been a really fun night. It's been a while since the whole gang hung out and had a chance to let loose, and I can't wait until we can do it again. A soft sigh escapes me as I slide beneath the covers, and it's not long before I'm fast asleep.